apologizing for who you are. Quit apologizing for who you are and what you are about. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Today I got to thinking about how people often live their life as an apology. I grew up around people that were always apologizing. They were apologizing for everything. They were apologizing for the way they were. They were apologizing for other people. They were just constantly in the state of an apology. Now, I'm all about apologizing up to a point when we've made a mistake. And when I say apologizing up to a point, I mean when we have done everything we can to correct a situation to the best of our ability, and we've sincerely apologized for it, then at that point, it's up to the other person whether they accept the apology or not. But we have to move on and let it go. So that's what I mean by up to a point. And yet, I don't believe in apologizing for what we did not do, what we ourselves did not do. Even if someone we know did something, we can say we're sorry that that other person did that. And yet we don't take responsibility for something someone else did that we played no part in my opinion. And yet that's not really what I'm talking about in this video. I'm mainly talking about people who live as an apology. They live making excuses for who they are rather than stand up and be proud of who they are. I'm not talking about being prideful, because prideful people are usually arrogant, and pride and arrogance kind of go hand in hand, and that's usually insecurity. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being proud of who you are and what you're about. That's a good thing. I think it's important to feel a sense of pride in who we are, how we are, what we are about. Okay, but being prideful is being arrogant. So there's a big difference there. And I believe in not putting ourselves down, not diminishing ourselves by feeling like we're less than. When we walk around like an apology, when we constantly excuse ourselves, when we constantly have to justify who we are or what we're about, or if we're constantly, basically saying, oh, forgive me for being me. You are you. You're uniquely gifted. You're uniquely talented. You're uniquely imperfect. We're all imperfect. We're all flawed. None of us are absolutely 100% perfect, in my opinion. And yet we're beautiful and we're wonderful. We're uniquely gifted by God. And so, and people also have their unique challenges. But at no point should we live our life as an apology or as an excuse. We should stand up and be proud, not prideful, be proud of who we are and what we have to contribute to others. And so people who walk around living their life as an excuse, living their life as an apology, I feel that that's sad, because they're diminishing their own selves. And often that comes from lack of confidence. People don't feel that they're good enough. They compare themselves. Confident people don't compare themselves to other people. They only compare themselves to their self and what they expect from themselves. And so I do believe in apologies when we've made mistakes up to a point. And I do believe in being humble. I love humility, not being humiliated. That's different too. I'm talking about being humble. That means you look at other people as a beautiful human being, equal to yourself. Because in God's eyes, we're all equal. And so I believe that God does not want us to walk around being an apology. I can't speak for God because I can't, but I believe that God would want us to be happy with who we are and what we're about. We don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Okay, so I think so often people think that they have to be perfect. Otherwise, they make excuses for who they are. And just because you're imperfect doesn't need to mean that you need to make an apology or that you need to make excuses for who you are. You're uniquely gifted, uniquely talented, and uniquely beautiful. And you have so much to contribute to others. From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to add just another moment to what I'm just talking about. You know, there is a time in life when we've made a mistake to apologize for that mistake. And we've all made mistakes. Or, you know, we can apologize for something if we played a role in it in any way. But if we didn't play a role in it and it's not our fault, we should not apologize for it, in my opinion. We can say, I'm sorry that that happened, but I played no part in that. And so don't take on other people's responsibility for the mistakes that they have made, because it's not your mistake to apologize for. You can be thoughtful and kind about it, though. And remember, you don't have to continue on apologizing and apologizing when you have made a mistake in life. A mistake is a mistake, and as long as it's a sincere apology and you've done everything you could to make up for it, then you've got to move on. And so quit living your life as an apology, whether it's a mistake that you have made, or whether it's somebody else made the mistake, or whether you're just living your life as an apology. Don't live your life as an apology, okay? Live your life as a person who has a divine assignment here on earth, who has a plan and a purpose, and you are beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. Thank you. May God bless. May God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.